Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. In the last class, we have completed the 5th chapter and we heard once the summary also. And today we are going to start the 6th chapter, which is titled as the Dhyana Yogam, or by some commentators it is titled as the Atma-Samyama Yogam. The chapter of the meditation. The entire Bhagavad Gita, the 18 chapters, if we divide into as the 3 into 6, 3 Shatkams. Shatkam means 6. In the first Shatkam, the first 6 chapters. So now we are in the completion of the first Shatkam, which is consisting of 6 chapters, and some acharyas say this first Shatkam is referred to the Sat, and the next 6 chapters, the second Shatkam is refers to the Chit, and the last 6 chapters is refers to the Anandam, or they will interpret in this way also. The Mahavakya Tattvamasi, the Tat is discussed in the first 6 chapters and the Sat is discussed in the next 6 chapters, and the Asipada is discussed in the last 6 chapters. Anyhow, that will come to understand later when you go to the more and other chapters. Now regarding this chapter, meditation is meant for what? The first question. Then meditation is not meant for what? Second question. In this, first we will discuss about the meditation is not meant for what. That means from the negative aspect first we will see, then we will go to the positive aspect. Why this discussion in the beginning? Because this introduction is very important before going to enter into the chapter. Generally, this meditation word is so popular, it's like a hot cake and the fashion of the day, and through this particular topic, even a big business is also going on. So we must be clear about it as a Vedanta studying students, the seekers of the truth, what it is meant for a Vedantic student. Now the basic ideas given according to the Upanishads, we are not just talking like that, based on the Shastra, the basic ideas as given in the Upanishad. Now, from that angle, meditation is not meant for, the first thing is not meant for liberation. Number one, meditation is not meant for liberation or the moksha, which we consider as the highest purushartha, and that is the ultimate goal of the every human being. For that purpose only all the religious and all the spiritual practices and all the shastras are to aim and to show the way to reach that goal. So, meditation is not meant for liberation. Why? How come? Because moksha is, liberation is a already accomplished thing, siddha vastu. It is not a sadhya vastu which is we are going to accomplish, but it is a just gnapaka gnapakam, gnata gnapakam, which is already there. Moksha, nitya mukti is our essential nature. Only we don't know that. So Shastra is going to reveal that only, not creating the moksha. So it is a siddha vastu. Being it is a siddha vastu, only knowledge can reveal this truth. Only knowledge can reveal, and knowledge only will becomes the means to know this truth, not the meditation. That's why in Shastra, Upanishad says, Gnanadeva tu kaivalyam. Gnane naiva tu kaivalyam. Only by gnana, the moksha and the liberation. And in another Upanishad also it is mentioned, Tamevam vidva namruta iha bhavati. It is not a posthumous thing, something which you get later after you leave this body, but here and now. That's why iha bhavati amritam. He recognizes now itself, I am the immortal self Atma. Because of this reason, and so in Upanishads, nowhere it is said or mentioned liberation is through meditation. Liberation is through meditation. Nowhere it is mentioned. Even in Gita, we are going to see. So this is the point number one. Meditation is not meant for liberation. Then the second point is, meditation is not even prescribed for the gnanam. Meditation is not prescribed for attaining the gnanam also. So not meant for liberation, and for that liberation which gnanam is required, and that gnanam also you won't get by meditation. So meditation is not meant for gaining the knowledge of the self. Why? How come? One reason, because according to Shastra, according to the Sampradaya, the 6 pramanas are only accepted as the authority for the knowledge. The 6 pramanas are only mentioned in the Shastra and in the Sampradaya teaching. Shat pramanani, which are all traditionally accepted for the knowledge. We will briefly see what are that 6 pramanas. Maybe I have already discussed in the some other Upanishad class, but it is very much relevant to remember, recollect. One is pratyaksha pramanam. That means I directly experience through my any one of the sense organ. Then I will get the knowledge. For example, I see this clip through my eyes, and I came to know this is the clip, and it is a green color clip. So pratyaksha. Or through ears also I hear, and then I can find out. So any one sense organ which gives me the direct experience of it is called pratyaksha pramanam. Generally, all our transactions first happens in this direct experience only. But later on, now you got the meaning. It is very simple. Pratyaksha pramana. I saw through my eyes directly. I touched and I felt. I tasted myself with my tongue and I came to know. So in this way, pratyaksha pramanam for any knowledge to get. Then second one is called anumana pramanam. Anumana means inference. I already had the pratyaksha experience, direct experience of that particular knowledge, particular object or thing. Now, even though I am not directly now seeing or experiencing or hearing or anything, but now I can guess it. That is called inference. For example, now I am sitting in the room, but in the next room somebody is talking. By hearing that particular voice of that person, I can recognize and come to know that as so and so Mr. Ramakrishna came. Or I may hear from sitting here a scooter horn or the car horn sound or the aeroplane sound. I know the aeroplane sound will be like this before I had experience. I know that scooter horn sound will be like this. So now I didn't see the scooter directly. Now I didn't see the aeroplane directly, but now I can guess it and get the knowledge. Yes, scooter going there, aeroplane is going like that. So this is called anumana pramanam. And the third one is called upamana pramanam. Upamana means a comparison. Because I know that the moon is round, moon is full moon, round. Now I see one girl's face and tell your face is round like the moon. Your face is round like the moon. So the roundness of the moon, and I am comparing with this, or I am talking to third person and telling about the other girl, and you know that Radha's face is round like a moon. So upamanam, by that also we will have the comparison. And for example, otherwise the animals generally, the mammalians animals have the two horns, and naturally if the buffalo is having two horns, now I can think about the cow also, upamanam, and cow also will have two horns. So in this way, comparison, by comparison I will get the car may be different brand, but because every car generally will have the four wheels, and so this car having four wheels means that car also will have the four wheels. In this way, upamana pramanam. Then the next one is ardhapatti pramanam. Here we have to remember one point. All this second one onwards, anumana, upamana, and now ardhapatti or anupalabdhi, the fifth one. All these are all based on, depend on the pratyaksha pramanam. That is more important point. Unless I have a pratyaksha pramanam already anubhavam, I cannot do the inference anumanam or upamanam. Now same way here, ardhapatti means, why I am talking this point, don't forget, because meditation is not going to come under this 6 pramanas which are the authority for the Gnanam. So meditation is not meant for attaining the Gnanam also, to say that I am talking this. Arthapat means what? Now my experience is different, but through this particular, now what I see, that experience, I can get the meaning of Ardha of the something. Through that it is also a kind of reference only, inference only, but through this particular this thing I am guessing. Okay, what that Ardhapati example. One person not eating the daytime at all, but he is maintaining the same weight, rather he increased the weight. Now through this, what I can guess and what I get the meaning, this person is eating more in the night time, including the daytime's food also, maybe more extra. So this is called Ardhapatti Pramanam. Or another meaning is, another example is, morning I got up from the sleep and I just opened my window and saw outside there is a plenty of water flowing. The whole earth is wet. Then through this present experience, I can guess and come to know that yesterday night there was a rain. It was rain yesterday. Like this, Ardhapati, many more examples. Now the next one is fifth one, Anupalabdhi Pramanam. Upalabdhi, Anupalabdhi. That means the absence of one particular thing or the experience is also gives the knowledge of the absence of that particular thing also gives a pramanam. For example, I came to the class. Generally, when I came to the class, many people will be there, or afterwards also some people will come and class satsang is going on. But one day, I don't know that satsang has got cancelled. I just went and saw that there is nobody. There is nobody in the satsang hall. So there is nobody is a absence. That also giving me there is nobody. So that knowledge came to me. So Anupalabdhi also is one of the pramanam. Now the last one more is, actually these five are not going to work in the self-knowledge. These five are not going to help in the self-knowledge. Only the Shabda Pramanam, that too Apaurisheya Upanishad Shabda Pramanam alone helps us to know myself. To know myself. So for that, here, where is the question of the mention of the meditation? Therefore, it is ruled out. Now, the third point is, even meditation is not prescribed or talked about for, particularly for a Vedantic student, the seeker of the truth, not for an extraordinary experience or a mystic experience. We are not denying or saying that there is no mystic experience, there is no extraordinary experience. Maybe, let them be, maybe. But from the Vedantic student's angle, this extraordinary experience by meditation, nothing to do with my self-knowledge, to know myself. So this is another big wrong misconception. People all fond of, crazy about the meditation. I want to have an extraordinary experience. Unless you have a mystic or extraordinary experience, you are not a spiritual seeker. Okay? You are not improving. You must have some kind of feeling and extraordinary. Now, what is the answer? It is also not meant for these things. And then why? What is the cause? Because any experience, any experience, whether it is a ordinary experience or extraordinary experience, any experiences only deal with the material world, outside things. Any experience, even that is going to the Swargam also, going to the any other plane of world also, all that other outside material things only, in that only that experiences. Then that means what? Any experience which is born in a time and disappear in a time. So these experiences are bound by the time. Which is bound by the time, naturally it is bound by the space also. So which is under the influence of the time and space, whether it is a big experience or small experience or extraordinary experience, how does it matter? It is only a relative. It is only again comes under the ephemeral, the world, matter. So, for a Vedantic seeker, for Upanishads, it doesn't matter. We don't give any importance at all. Even in Yoga Shastra, after talking and explaining about these extraordinary powers and siddhis and all that, it is mentioned, it is all capacities of the mind, but mind comes under the Prakriti, and mind undergoes the Vikarams, and that experience is not there before and it born now, then definitely it will disappear. Which is not there before, which comes now and which goes later, who wants that? It is not permanent. This is one point. Not only that, the experiencer subject, listen carefully, the experiencer subject can never become the object of experience. I repeat once again, the experiencer subject can never become the object of the experience, because the experience is always a experiencer. Now Vedanta talks about the, oh man, you are talking about the extraordinary experience and mystic experience. For whom that experience is happening? Who is that I? I had an extraordinary experience. Who are you? So our inquiry, Vedanta, focus on the subject, not the object. So therefore, there are maybe extraordinary or ordinary experiences, but all are, okay, they are not come under the self-knowledge. Self-knowledge. Okay, that's why in Uddhava Gita also Bhagavan Krishna, after talking this about the siddhis and all that to Uddhava, he very carefully given a hint. We should not entertain and encourage and become prey to those siddhis. These are all gimmicks of the mind. They won't allow you to realize your essential nature. You will be caught up in the Prakriti only. So that means the seeker of liberation should not be after behind any of these mystic experiences or the extraordinary experiences. Remove that idea from your mind. Then only Vedanta, the Shastra will help you. Then only you can assimilate and digest this knowledge. That's why the great grand guru of the Bhagavan Shankaracharya, the Gaudapadacharya, in his Mandukya Karika, he hints there, Na swadayed sukham tatra. Any kind of sukham, meditation sukham, samadhi sukham, okay? Samadhi sukham, it comes, then it goes, then you will crave for it. Even meditation sukham, or here in his meaning, the sukham or the greatness of the powers, any kind of power, Ashtasiddhi is what? Na swadayet sukham tatra, then nissanga pragnaya bhavet, be detached, be indifferent, and be with your own prajna, prajnanam brahma. Okay? Sarvam khaluvidam brahma. The prajnanam brahma mahavakyam. I am the pure knowledge. And I am supporting this entire Maya Prapancham Jagat. They are simply appearing in me and disappearing. Who cares for it? Why have to run behind it? So, says then, Nishchalam Nishchara Chintam Eki Kuryat Prayatnataha, with your effort, you make your mind quiet, calm, peaceful, no more any desire of any worldly thing. Okay? About any other world also. I don't desire even the Swarga, I don't desire even the Brahmaloka, because I am the source and support of the entire world. Then why have to ask and seek for something? I am not dependent on the world is depending on me. With my prajna, I am giving the existence to the world is not giving existence to me. So this is the third point. So in these three different angles, meditation is not meant for liberation, meditation is not meant for the knowledge, meditation is not meant for to give some extraordinary mystic experience for Vedantic seeker. Okay, this is all about meditation is not meant for what? Now, then tell me, sir, meditation is meant for what? What is the role of the meditation? What Bhagavan Krishna is going to talk. There are twofold benefits of the meditation. Number one is, the first role of the meditation is preparing the mind for the knowledge, giving the qualification to a person, the mind, make him as a fit instrument for knowledge. That means Gnana Yogyata Praptyardham, this meditation is one, meditation's role, number one. That means sadhana chatustaya sampanna adhikari, to become that, meditation may help, not for everybody. And another thing, out of many preparatory sadhanas for the purification of the mind, meditation is one kind of sadhana. It is not compulsory. It won't suit to everybody. There are so many different methods to purify the mind. And after purifying the mind, when you become eligible for knowledge, then you have to step into the Gnana Yoga, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana. That only will give the knowledge. Shravanam only gives the knowledge. Shabda Pramanam only gives the knowledge, not anything else. Not anything else. For example, we will call this preparatory meditation is Upasana Dhyanam. This upasana dhyana means saguna ishvara dhyanam. It is a part of the karma yoga actually. So person once has to go through all that. Then once when his heart, his mind is purified, free from the kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, ahankara, such a pure mind is now ready, capable of grasping the Upanishadic teaching about the Brahma Tattvam. So, Upasana Dhyanam. For example, I tell you how it is only a preparation because, for example, a student who has to learn a maths for the 12th standard, any student will just do the meditation about the maths teacher and put the flower and worship the maths teacher with eyes closed. Can he get the knowledge of the maths? In that case, any subject, either dance or karate or physics, any subject, just by meditating on the physics or maths teacheraya namaha, by doing hundreds and thousands and crores of years, janmas also, if you keep on doing meditation, you won't get the knowledge of the maths. Do you agree for this? Apply now same thing. If self-knowledge is gained by listening from the Shastra Upadesha from a teacher, then how you can expect I will just sit quietly and shut the mind, silence the mind, you won't get gnanam. So meditation basically as a preparatory step, as role number 1 to purify the mind, upasana dhyanam. Now after you are ready, now you have to go to the knowledge, shabda pramanam, through which I will come to know about myself. But that shabda pramana, that shastra upadesha, you should not do independently on yourself. Even though shastra is available, books are available, all that, you should not. Why? We all have the eyes. I am giving an example. We have the eyes. With these eyes, so far, so many years, according to my age, I am seeing the innumerable objects and the things innumerable times. But the now question is, can the eyes see themselves? Can the eyes see the eyes? That means themselves. And for that, for example, again, no, I will sit in meditation and I will tell to my eyes, please listen. And you are seeing the entire world since so many years. Now, you please see yourself. You tell to the eyes. You sit like that for again hundreds crores of janmas. Can the eyes see themselves? Don't talk about the miracle happened, somebody, some story. Stories are stories. Through that story, we must learn and get the moral of the story. It never happens. So, in the same way, to know, even though I am the Brahman, I am the Atman, I am the pure consciousness, but I am not able to know it. I am not able to recognize it. Basically, I am ignorant about my real nature. If that is the case, to see myself, to know myself, as I require to see my eyes, only through the mirror. To see my eyes, even thousands years in meditation, you cannot become successful. But simply by bringing the mirror, you can see your eyes. You can see your beautiful face and eyes. Nothing to do. Mirror. Now here, same way, even though I am Brahman, I am the consciousness, but I don't know. Then I want to know myself. Here also, if you sit in meditation and I want to know myself, I want to know myself, I want to know myself, you never know like that. Here also you need a mirror of Shastra. Shastra is the mirror. You have to look into the Shastra mirror. And again here, Upanishadic Shabda Pramanam is the mirror. Upanishadic Shabda Pramana is the mirror. Now here also there is a problem. We must know how to use that mirror, how to look into that mirror. What is greatness, sir? To look into the mirror. One person went and purchased the mirror first time. And on the mirror, not to get any scratch on the mirror, they pasted one nice cover and on that shining side. This person first newly seeing the mirror, and he brought that mirror and he started looking at the back side of the mirror and turned that eyes also, and he is not able to see his face. Then he wondered why, because he doesn't know how to, which side of the mirror, which side I have to remove that paper, and then only. So that Shastra is the mirror, even though it is there in your hand, but you must know how to look into it. That looking into the Shastra, being you don't know how to look into the Shastra, the key of the Shastra is a Sampradaya key. A Sampradaya Guru knows he is having, because he learned from his Guru. So we must learn the Shastra, listen the Shastra from a Sampradaya Guru who is having the key how to open the Shastra and show to you. What he will show in the Shastra? He will show your face only. See? You have to do this. You have to accept the Guru. That's why you need to listen from a Sampradaya-baddha Guru. Okay? What Sampradaya-baddha Guru? Who knows the technique of showing to you the Shastra, reveal the Shastra to you. And he is a Shrotriya Brahmanishtha Shravanam. Now when I give this example of mirror and comparing with the Guru and Shastra, we may feel it is like a joker. See, in the mirror, about the mirror itself I will tell you, because you never done such a mistake, but in the self-knowledge we are all doing a error, mistake only. For example, I got the mirror, but the mirror is very small mirror. What you can see? Can you see yourself fully? You see something. Same way, Shastra I heard only once somewhere from somebody. This is the small mirror. And looking at the back side of the mirror, I said, no, that means what? Many people, they want to see what is at the end told. They don't go through the systematic study because they have no patience. So they want to go straight away to the back climax. Can you enjoy the movie without suddenly only looking at the end? From the beginning, if you watch the movie only, you will enjoy. Same way, we must read the Shastra front portion and the back portion. Particularly about the self-knowledge, the front portion of the Veda is the Upasana Karma Kanda or Upasana Kanda. Okay, Purva Mimamsa. But that is only again stepping stone, a preparation. But you must see the end portion of the Veda also, Upanishads, which are the ultimate, gives you the complete real knowledge. So the end portion, Upanishads, we must read that. But many people don't like to listen to the Shastra, either Gita. And so Shravanam is more important. Okay. Now we are slowly coming to the where the meditation role is there. One I told, before the entering into the getting the qualification of the Gnanam, entering the Gnana path, you need a preparation of Upasana Rupa Dhyanam. Shrava. Now after that, now you entered into the second step, second stage. That is now Gnanam. I am qualified. Here in the Gnana Marga, again 3 steps generally talked of. One is Shravanam. Okay. And one more point also I have to tell about the mirror now. This mirror is having, I said one side, real mirror side also, they covered it for protection sake. Now here what happens in our house also, if the mirror is dusty mirror, lot of dust is there on the mirror, that also you cannot see your face clearly. Oh, that means there is a dust in the on the Shastra. No. The dust is not in the Shastra. That the dust is not really in the mirror, on the mirror. That what is on the mirror? The mind between you, original consciousness, and that Shastra, there is a mind. This mind is filled with the lot of questions and the doubts. Still having some kind of, again, raga, dvesha, all these are all the dust. The mind, the dusty mind is again obstructing. So that has to be removed in this way. Or otherwise, mirror broken mirror. Sir, you want to see me on the right side, no? Mirror. You want big mirror. So this broken mirror, I kept it in a proper way. But still, you can't see your face clearly, properly. What is the broken mirror? I read one chapter of the Gita 10 years back from somebody. Now, I read now the Tattva Bodha, I am listening from this somebody. In between, somewhere something I heard about this something. Little is broken, scattered listening. That won't work. Then, Shravanam should be how? Systematic, consistent, for a lengthy period of time, from a competent living teacher. The listening of the scripture, spiritual scripture should be done. Very important. Systematic, consistent study of the spiritual scriptures from for a lengthy period of time, from a competent living teacher. Then it will work. Okay. When I say scriptures, spiritual scriptures, scriptures are so, there are so many. Even in the scriptures itself, about this meditation or the extraordinary experiences are all that talked so many in the Puranas. Okay, all that. But they are not really to justify. Shastra didn't talk about. In Puranas, lot of things will be there. Every Asura also did a great tapas and got so many powers. But there, the mind is not become pure. That's why there are asuras, asusuramante asuraha, who dwells only at the sensual level. That's why raga, dvesha, fighting this, that, clutch, asuya, everything is, even in the swarga, everywhere. So, study of scriptures means what scriptures? Scriptures are so vast. There are so many Puranas, so many Upapuranas, so many Srimati Granthas, so many Dharma Granthas, all are there. Stories of the Lord, avatars, plenty. But for ultimate, you want to seek the truth, you have to study Prasthanatrayam. Prasthanatrayam means Nyaya Prasthanam. Okay, first I will tell from the lower. Smruti Prasthanam Srimad Bhagavad Gita. You have to study very thoroughly from the chapter 1 to 18. Listen 2-3 times. Only by one time you won't get the total, you cannot understand meaning of it. So, Smruti Prasthanam, Bhagavad Gita. Second is Shruti Prasthanam, 10 Upanishads, systematically, from orderly, from a teacher, 10 Upanishads. How many years it may take, that you don't question, but you must listen. Prasthanatrayam, Shruti Prasthanam. Then, if time permits, you, or if you have capacity to your mind and all that, if you are eligible, Nyaya Prasthanam Brahma Sutras. These are the real Vedantic. Along with that, in between, Prakarana Granthas automatically will come. But basically, Prasthanatrayam, traditionally, we call it. Okay. And out of the 6 pramanas, only finally left out is option is only Shabda Pramanam. And this Shabda going through the ear only to the inside. And that Shabdam has to be assimilated and understood by the mind only. That's why even though if the mind is an instrument, Prakriti, related to the Jada Padartham, but you have to use that mind only. Because all our wrong notions, wrong understanding about ourselves, thinking that with the ahankara I am the jiva, all these are all the errors in the mind. So the correction should be done in the mind only. Knowledge is always takes place in buddhi. Knowledge won't take place in the sense organ. Sense organ we use it, but the knowledge takes place is the intellect. So knowledge is always an intellectual work. But generally some people blame and say, criticize, Vedanta is only intellectual gymnastic. Then the knowledge, there is any special other nostril knowledge or the ear knowledge? Knowledge has to be taken place in the intellect. That's why 2-3 references, if you see in Kathopanishad, it said, Manasai Vedam Aptavyam. Through your mind only, with your intellect only, you have to understand that. Same way, later in this 6th chapter, Bhagavan is going to tell, Buddhya Dhruti Grihitaya. You must grasp it, realize it through your intellect. In the same way, Mundaka Upanishad, Eshonuratma Chetasa Veditavyaha. This is subtle, that Atma should be known by the sharp intellect. For the sharp intellect, again, Kathopanishad also says, Drishyate tvagriya buddhya sukshmaya sukshmadarshibhihi. So all this mental preparation, we have to get through the Upasana Dhyanam. Now we entered into the Gnana practice Shravanam, and while doing that Shravana, now your mind is helpful, useful, cooperative. Then what is the next step? What is the next step? See, I am talking all this to connect what Krishna is going to tell in that 6th chapter, Dhyana Yoga. The second step, according to the Shastra's injunctions, no, Mananam, Are Atma Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasitavyaha. In Brihadaranyaka, Yajnavalkya tells his beloved wife Maitreyi. So, Mananam means what? Whatever I am heard from my teacher, I will definitely get a plenty of doubts. Whatever the Guru says, I cannot accept. I may respect the Guru, but respectfully I reject what he said. Many times in our own mind, intellect, reject. Doubts will come. Now what to do? Keep all the doubts in one corner. Write down. Write down. Don't simply ask the questions by listening few days and one text and one chapter like that. Listen for lengthy period of time, but write down the doubts. Now actually the doubts which you have written there, all those doubts are going to be answered by the scripture itself in course of time. So after few months or years, you see those doubts which you are written last year or 2 years back, all the doubts are answered. They are dissolved. This is the magic happens when you listen to the Shastra. Of course, in between, if the teacher is allowed and available, you can ask the doubts. But doubts are not allowed in the beginning. You have to hear for some years, man. Without hearing properly, thoroughly one course of Vedanta, you simply keep on asking the doubts. Listen first. And so the doubts will come. Now, how the doubts can be clarified? They themselves will be clarified. Some can be asked and clarified, because Shastra deals in such a way, all the past brains, whatever the doubts they got, what are the present brains are going to get or getting the doubts, all what the future brains are going to get the doubts, all human doubts are analyzed, synthesized and kept in a very, very beautiful integrated form in the Shastra itself. By listening in between, all the doubts will be clarified. So this is the power of the Shastra. So the conviction has to come. Even a samshayatma vinashyati. Gita, Bhagavan going to say. Samshayatma, a doubting Thomas, already told, he told in the previous chapters. Samshayatma. As long as you have any doubt, your knowledge won't rectify. One day or other you have to clarify and remove that doubt. For example, a person comes and asks, there is one electric wire without insulation. It was asking that, is this electric wire is the live or dummy? Then I say that, yeah, it is a dummy only. Can I touch? Yeah, you can touch. It is not live wire. The moment before he is touching that wire, I just tell that, just wait. 99% it is non-live wire only. It is not live. But 1% I have a doubt. Then if 1% doubt, if I say, this fellow who wants to touch that wire will touch, even a 1% doubt, one small doubt also will bugs in our heart, mind. So doubt-free knowledge Okay, doubt-free knowledge. I will tell you one more example. Okay, examples will give more clarity. That's why one person who himself considering as the worm, somehow in his psychology, he started, I am a worm. Okay, some small insect. Then naturally he had that psychic problem feeling that I am a worm. Okay, a small creature, insect. Then naturally all these insects will have the fear about the bird, because if the bird sees, immediately will come and prick with the nose and take it away. So he is afraid of seeing the birds because he himself considering as the worm. Then finally he has to take him to the doctor. He went to the mental hospital and psychiatry doctor. The doctor understood what is, and he started teaching him and telling him and educating him, you are not a worm, you are a human being. See your picture, see in your mirror, and that is the worm. You are human being. Like this, few days he trained and somehow convinced him, yes, you are a human being. All right, yes. So one day doctor decided that to discharge. This person discharged and just went out. The moment when he went out, first bird he saw. Then he immediately came running, rushed to the doctor. Doctor, the bird is sitting there. I am afraid of that bird. Then doctor said, why? I taught you, no? Do you don't know that you are the human being? Then that patient said, yes, doctor, I know that I am a human being, but you didn't teach to that bird. See, this is the problem. The problem is in us. So I must be the solution. Don't think what world will think about me. Okay, my conviction about myself is more important. My conviction about myself is more important. See, this person asking the doctor, you didn't teach to that bird that I am not warm. What to say then? This is the problem of every average human being, the ignorant person. Therefore, Mananam is more important in the second step. Then, what is my conviction about myself? When you listen to the Shastra, you will gradually understand. But we are quoting that from different Upanishads. In Kaivalya Upanishad, as I told just now, a few minutes before, I am the supporter of this entire universe. I am not, the world is not supporting me. Mayi eva sakalam jatam, mayi sarvam pratishtitam, mayi sarvam layam yati tad brahma dvayamasmyaham. The entire world is projected from me, staying in me and merging in me. I am that supreme consciousness, Brahman. No any limitation, Anantam. Like this clear knowledge is finally capable of giving the liberation and total transformation of my life. Total transformation of the life. Then the next question is, even though I heard the Shastra so many years, and even though now my mind is almost free from all the doubts and I am convinced about this knowledge, but still I will have a feeling of samsari as before. See, after listening many years the Shastra, and even though many doubts are clarified, the conviction has come, I am the Brahman and all that, but still when it comes to the practical Vyavaharika aspect, I again behave as like a samsari as before. Means what? Why it happens like this? It is like this. In the water tank, water is there and tap is there. I opened the tap, but water is not coming. Same way, the Vedantic knowledge all is there in my mind, intellect, but when it is needed for me in the day-to-day transaction life, it is not coming to rescue me. That means there is a obstacle, obstruction somewhere. These obstructions are very deep in the subconsciousness. We call them generally as the viparita bhavana, habitual notional ideas. And now the second part role of the meditation is, here we call it as the nididhyasanam. See, the first one is before coming into the Gnanam. Now you came to the Gnanam, and after in the Gnana path also, you need again here a meditation. Generally we call it as the nididhyasanam or Vedantic meditation. Okay, for what? For what? Meditation. To remove that viparita bhavana, the wrong notions, something, somewhere linger in my subconscious mind. Now consciously, by sitting some time or by again recollecting the knowledge, the subject matter, I have to do the meditation. This meditation is called nididhyasanam. Now here again two varieties, two types we have to practice and understand. One is called the alert living itself is called first one kind of meditation, nididhyasanam. That means what? Vedantic friendly living. Vedantic friendly living. Nowadays everything we say eco-friendly pencil, eco-friendly plastic bag, eco-friendly. In the same way, Vedantic friendly living. That means in my transactions, vyavahara, I should remember the teaching. And not only remembering, I must use it as the shield. Okay? Then you never postpone your peace of mind. You will remember. Peace of mind is my nature. My nature is peace. My nature is happiness. My nature is security. So everything for which I am searching outside, all those three are there within me only. And the second type of nididhyasanam is exclusively the self-opinion revision meditation. The self-opinion revision meditation. That means Atma-Dhyanam or self-meditation. What it is and more we'll discuss in the next class. Now Krishna in this chapter about what he is going to talk. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.